It's an absolute pleasure to be here. We've had nothing but absolute hospitality, great, fantastic hospitality and friendship. It's been an absolute joy to be here. I'd just like to take this opportunity to, same as Tommy and myself, to thank Pamela Geller, Robert Spencer, Anders Gravers. I mean, we're talking about the most famous, biggest names in the Counter-Jihad movement on the whole globe. I think we're absolutely privileged to have these people here. Can we have a round of applause for them, please? Thank you. Anders Gravers, Pamela Geller, Robert Spencer. God bless them. Firstly, on behalf of myself, Tommy, the English Defence League, and all the dignitaries here, I would like to apologise on the behalf of Luton Town, England, for the Stockholm bomber. This man came to your country from my hometown, to our shame, and detonated himself in a suicide attempt to kill your citizens, to maim, to harm. He was radicalised in my hometown. The problem in my hometown is epidemic with radical Islam. He was radicalised in a mosque there. He came here to kill, and it's of deep embarrassment to my country and my hometown, and we truly, truly apologise to all of Sweden for this horrific act. But the problem is, nothing has changed. In England, nothing has changed. Islamism is still being facilitated. Our politicians are still allowing them to have free rein to operate, to radicalise their youth. They're bringing out schemes like the Prevent scheme, pumping £500–600 million of taxpayers' money into these schemes for them to hand over any names of potential radicals that they think may do harm to other human beings, i.e. the Stockholm bomber. This man attended a mosque in my hometown. He was radicalised there. The local imam was speaking to him for 5 days and arguing with him. Now, this man was saying he wanted to kill people and blow himself up. Now, under the Prevent scheme, any imam or any member of the Muslim community are supposed to hand over the names of anyone they believe to be a radical extremist Muslim, and it's with the intention of harming other human beings. Now, this imam argued, allegedly, he says, with this guy, this Stockholm bomber, but he didn't feel the need to hand over any information or his name to the government, to the establishment, to stop him, to notify them of his intentions, of what he was thinking about doing. Now, this is unbelievable. Then he contradicted himself, and when he was asked, why didn't you hand over his details? Why didn't you put his name forward? You spent 5 days arguing with this man. His answer was, we cannot give up a brother Muslim to a non-Muslim. Now, what is the point of having a Prevent scheme where we're pumping hundreds of millions of pounds into this thing when they cannot hand over another Muslim because of the fact he's a Muslim to a non-Muslim? It's outrageous. But this is what they're doing. They're taking funds, they're accepting money, and they have no intentions whatsoever of integrating or working with the government, with the forces that are trying to prevent extremism and radicalisation of Muslims. Now, to be honest, from my point of view, when we first started the English Defence League, myself, Tommy, some others, you know, we never dreamed that we would be sharing a platform with people like Pamela Geller, Robert Spencer, Anders Gravers. We'd never dreamed it. I mean, I'm still in disbelief now myself, but it's grown so much in 3 years, if the growth ratio, and we've built this on shirt buttons, without funding, without finance, just because of our will and determination and our self-belief in that we will not accept Sharia. Even the very thought of Sharia, the creeping Sharia as we call it in England, even the very thought of that entering our 21st century modern day civilization is unbelievable. It's backward. These people out here that demonstrate against us, if they really knew the truth, if the whole world knew the truth about Islam and about what it wants to achieve, what its goals are, what it would do to non-believers, to non-Muslims, then Islam wouldn't have a chance. The entire globe would turn against them. We have a gay parade out here today, and God bless them. If I wasn't here, I'd probably be out there supporting them myself. But I was walking down the road here this morning, and I saw a gay guy. I take it he was gay, he was on a motorbike, part of the motorbike parade, and he was flying the Palestinian flag on the back of this motorbike. And it made me think to myself, do these gay men and women understand, do they really not understand what would happen to them under Islamic law, under the Sharia? Do they not have YouTube, the internet? Do they not see men and women being hanged from cranes in Iran just because of their sexuality? These people that say they are the religion of peace, which is an absolute joke, why is everybody in the whole world terrified of the religion of peace? Why is everyone terrified? I'll tell you why. Because it's not a religion of peace. It's a religion of hatred, of dominance. They will murder. How can you even contemplate murdering a human being, taking their life away from them, taking them from all their loved ones because of their sexual orientation? It is backward, it is retarded, it is 7th century dogma, it is the Sharia. Our movement, the English Defence League, along with all the other defence leagues, the Finnish, the German, the Polish, the Australian, the American, the Germans, the Dutch, I'm sorry if I forgot any, but they're all here today from all over the globe, and we're here for one reason, one common goal, and that's to stop the Sharia, to combat militant Islam, to protect freedom of speech, to protect democracy and our children's futures, to defend Christianity and Judaism, to defend our very way of life. Now, when we started the English Defence League, we could never have imagined or hoped or dreamed that it would become this. This is unbelievable, it's global. It's unbelievable, it's a phenomenon. If you take the 3 years that we've been going as a growth ratio, what will we achieve in 10 years? What will we achieve in 12 years, 13 years, 15 years? It will be massive, colossal. But we've done this without funding or finance. Now, if we had funding or finance, imagine what we could achieve. We could defend Christianity, Judaism, our children's futures. We could defend it, no problem whatsoever, on a much larger scale, much larger scale. And we could actually compete with the politicians and all the leftist apologist sellouts that our politicians are. Now, I speak about defending Christianity and Judaism because it's close to my heart, close to all your hearts. This constant attack by this Islamic freight train that is thundering across Europe, across the Middle East, across America, Australia, into the UK, it has to be stopped, it has to be derailed. The only way that is going to be accomplished if we unite as one. All defence leagues, all anti-Islamist movements, it's the only way we are going to achieve this is to become one, is to stand as one. Now I believe that we will do this and this will be achieved, and I believe that we will win and they will lose. These misguided fools that don't even understand why they're standing there blowing on these silly trumpets, suppressing freedom of speech. If we lose freedom of speech, we lose democracy. There's the biggest losers over there. And over there, the biggest losers. We will be able to look our children in the eyes and we will be able to say, we tried, we stood up, and we succeeded. Traitorous, ignorant people like this are sellouts. They will not be able to look themselves in the shaving mirror or their children in the eye. Now, I talk about defending Christianity and Judaism because we have to. This constant attack on Christianity, on Israel, on Judaism. Why is the whole world attacking Israel? Why is the whole world attacking Christianity? Because we're standing up for democracy. You've got Israel, a shining light of hope, for freedom, for democracy. in a land of darkness, where there is no light, where a land of horror. The prospect of Israel not being there, of not existing, is too horrible to imagine. But that is what these Islamists hope to achieve: the eradication of Israel, of Christianity, of democracy. We shall never, ever, ever allow that to happen. We will defend Israel and its right to exist and defend itself for as long as we have breath in our bodies. We shall defend Christianity, Sikhism, Buddhism, Hinduism, all religions and faiths, all colours and creeds, against these backward, retarded Sharia seekers. On that note, folks, I just want to put a big shout out to all our serving armed forces, our combined armed forces that are doing a fantastic job. The Americans, the British, the Germans, the Dutch, the French, all the armed forces that are engaged in Afghanistan and conflicts all around the globe. Let's have a massive, massive shout out to them. They are doing a fantastic job in protecting freedom of speech and democracy against these Islamist lunatics. And on a personal note, I'd just like to put a big shout out: God save our Queen. And God bless you all. You're fantastic, you're all heroes, all legends. God bless you. Many thanks.